few minutes actually behind schedule, to be honest, because we had some technical issues behind, but we're good now. We're up and rolling. So about 18 seconds into this game, and so far we've had 2 turnovers, both by both teams, Quay.
Oh, yeah, it's early. Both teams look like they came out to play. So there's a lot of pressure going on.
And, of course, if you got to remember, on Friday, the audio call with Bruce Barrett here inside the Schrack, the Jaguars lost by 4 to Denmark Tech, to the Panthers. Shot going up for 3, no good on the attempt by number 32 for the Flying Eagles of Tamaya Robertson. Pounding up the lane. Here comes Hooker. Hooker will now find Council left wing. Shoots off the key. Short on the three-point shot. No good. Rebound. Give it right back to the Eagles. They come up with it. Eagles are there. That's French.
Shot is up.
French is up. It goes over the backboard. Turns back into the right wing. Give it back to the Southwest Virginia Lady Eagles, and they're going to hold on to possession, Quay. Now backing down, going inside. 23 there. That's French. French will go back. He'll go around and find Robertson. Robertson in the wing. Almost a turnover there by Campbell. Shot going up on the 3 attempt by number 21. The shot clock also was about to go down. They're going to call jump ball. It'll turn over, give it back to the Jaguars. So a good Sunday afternoon to everybody. The Southwest Virginia Flying Eagles is their mascot. They're wearing the royal blue. I guess it's like a dark blue. Am I right, Quay?
Yeah, it's like a dark blue.
Dark blue with gold on the side of their jerseys and shorts. They have the Southwest logo in the front. They're still there by number 14 of Wilson to the basket in 2.
That's good.
Wilson, Taylor Wilson, 5'4", freshman guard from Madison, Georgia. Graduated from Morgan County. And we're 2 minutes in, and finally 2-0 with the Flying Eagles out in front, Quay. Hooker looking around the wing, finding now Kelly, Jakaya Kelly. That's Daviana Campbell. Roll set again. Go back to Council. You go to Robinson. Robinson lost the ball, got the ball back. Give it to Hooker. Hooker's there on the right side of the key, driving up there to the free throw lane. Charity strike, basket
Nice
in, game
shot.
tied early.
Nice shot.
Basket in and good. Just, man, great opportunity there for number 5 of Hooker, and they're going to go to the line, and actually they're going to pull the ball out of bounds here. So ball out of play. It'll be Southwest ball. They'll inbound it. Number 23, French again. A very short scoring game here. Thought French was going to go for 3 there for a second. Laia French now goes back around the wing, goes down inside to 32. That's Robertson. Robertson's the one with her hair covering her jersey, if you will. Shot by number 14 on the three-pointer. Wow. Taylor Wilson for 3, and the Flying Eagles are up by 3 now. 5-2. What a shot that was from the three-point line.
Shot. Nothing but net.
7 minutes to go here in the opening period of play. Good afternoon to you all for watching our coverage. It'll be available on replay. Hooker under pressure, going back down. Inside Jakaya Kelly. Kelly driving up the lane from the right wing.
Shot is up.
Setting it up, and it's behind the back of the backboard. It will go out of play. They're going to call the whistle, and it will be on the Jaguars out of play. They'll reset the shot clock at 30, and it will go back to the Flying Eagles. Flying Eagles basketball. Wilson, slow tempo. Giving it now. Around to the right. Our right, your left to the broadcast for French. And shot going up again. Another 3. Are you serious? Number 22, Destiny Jarnigan. And Jarnigan, the 5'11" freshman forward from Rogersville, just put in another 3. And just like that, you're down by 3, and now you're down by 6, Quay, here with 6 left to go in the first period.
It looks like the Flying Eagles came to play.
Jaguars losing to Denmark on Friday. Shot for 3 by Hooker. Coming up short. Rebound by Robertson for the Flying Eagles. And they're going to call a whistle and a foul, it looks like, for the first time tonight. So they're going to call a foul here, and it will go against the Jaguars. Foul on the Jaguars, number 1, Deja Robinson. First foul, first team foul. So there you go. Remember, we are doing the broadcast call as well as on public address whenever there needs to be calls made, just like that. I believe there's just a call on a Do they call timeout? No. I thought Coach Al called a timeout. He didn't. Clay, what are you seeing so far here in the opening 5 minutes of play? Right now, just 8-2.
Well, I'm seeing that the Flying Eagles, great shooters, so we're going to have to shut that down if the Jaguars want to pull this out. I think the Jaguars just need to find a good rhythm, slow it down a little, and I think they'll be okay.
Keep an eye on them and watch them as there's a whistle, and there's going to be foul on number 22 for the Jaguars of Kelly. This was a shooting foul. They'll go to the line. Foul on the Flying Eagles, number 22, Destiny Jarnigan, her first foul, first team foul. To the line for the Jaguars, number 23, Daviana Campbell, two-shot foul. So Campbell will shoot two. She misses her first, by the way. We'll reset and go again here. Inside the Shrine Center. Sunday afternoon to you, February 6, 2022. And Southwest Virginia Flying Eagles taking on the Jaguars. I'm Wesley Outland, back in from announcing races the last couple of days. And Quay's been DJing the nightclubs. We love the nightlife, don't we, Clay?
We do.
It's just a different type of
It's a different speed.
It's a different type of quality. Exactly. Yes, sir. I listen, I did my share of the nightlife when I was younger. So somebody told me, do it while you're young.
Yeah.
You hear that, Brendan? Brendan's on the camera. Do it while you're young. Okay. Not freshman high school young.
No.
Get your mom and daddy mad at me there, Brendan. We got interns here. Will Chalk and Brendan. Brendan was on the broadcast with Bruce on Friday. Shot going up for three on the attempt. No good by
Kelly
French. And honestly, it's been about 3 minutes until that basket goes in. Cut the lead in half.
Nice layup.
Aviana Council 5-4 from Trinity. Puts it in and cut the lead to the Jaguars by 4 on now the Flying Eagles. 4:21 remaining. Driving up the lane. Here comes now 23. And she's going to get fouled. Up the lane was French. And we're going to call the foul on number 11, Alexa Watkins. Foul on the Jaguars, number 11, Alexa Watkins. To the line for the Flying Eagles, number 23, Laia French, two-shot foul. So it is 8-4. And now make it 9-4, 5-point lead. We're up on the top rafters. Oh, I'll take that back. Not rafters, balcony above the Shrine Center. Both free throws are good. We always say this all the time. Quay, got to make your free throw shots.
Definitely.
Got to make them when the clock ain't running.
Oh, definitely. That could be the determining factor every game.
They're going to call a foul on the Eagles. Foul on the Flying Eagles, number 32, Tamaya Robertson, her first foul. Second team foul. Council now, back to Hooker. Hooker going to throw up a three. Short.
Just short.
Alexa Watkins. Watkins there trying to get it back. They'll turn over, give it back down to the Flying Eagles. So we're back here inside the Shrine tomorrow night. Basketball, college basketball on CRN and on our JCC Athletics YouTube feed. Driving up the lane, number 14, short. Rebound, coming up with it there. That was Wilson. Wilson to Scott. Shot on the three, no good. And the rebound by Council. Council gets it back, slows down the tempo. They'll reset, 3.5 remaining here in the first period. Hooker, nowhere to go. She's boxed by one. Now sends it off there to Council. Council now looks on the left wing, goes down to Kelly. Kelly's dealing with Frenchie. Frenchie also there with Scott. Shot is up. It's to the right of the wing of the cylinder. No good. Rebound coming up, though, was Hooker, though, on the two. Cut the lead now to 4 for the Eagles.
The second chance points are important here.
And you got to remember, not only if you're not getting your free throws, rebounding.
Oh, yeah.
If you can get your rebounds back and try to find some way to get some points, do it. Make it happen. There's number 23, French again. Leia French to the left key from Damascus, Virginia, and another three-point shot. And just like that, we're back down by 7 again.
Yeah, we got to get some pressure out there on the arc. These Flying Eagles, great shooters.
They are taking a timeout. We will take a timeout with them. We're back with more here in a moment in the early going. It is 13-6 at the Track Center.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Jaguar basketball back on the air on this Sunday afternoon. It's the women here inside the Track Center. Wesley Outland, Quay Smith alongside. It is a 13-6 lead, and they're going to bring now Tamara Hooker to the line, and she will shoot at the free throw for the Jaguars. Got to make them free throws there, Quay.
Most certain.
2:34 remaining here in the first period.
First attempt was no good.
And puts in that one. Second one's good. So 1 out of 2 for Hooker and the free throw. Tamara Hooker, a 5'6" player out of Fayetteville, graduated from Trinity Christian High School. Two and a half remaining. Here comes now driving up the lane. There. Looking around the key, trying to find Jakaya Kelly. Council around as well. Also, number 23 around of Daviana Campbell. Shot up going on a three. It's short there.
Campbell with the rebound.
Yeah, that was number 2 on the three-point shot of Atlee Dean. She came up short. So that basket no good. We're 8 minutes in play. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining. 6-point lead, 13-7 now. Shot going up, basket and one! And she's fouled going to the lane. And Ayana Council will make the basket and one coming up. Basket and one. Ayana Council to the line for the Jaguars.
That was a nice job there by Council.
Yes, sir. And making a three-point play the old-fashioned way, and she does it. Cut the lead down to 3. Did you see that a moment ago when we took a radio timeout? We were down by 7. Now you're down by 3. But watch out for this Flying Eagles offense because we've seen several times they'll throw up a 3, but there's a travel call, and it's on the Flying Eagles, number 23 of French, and they'll turn the ball over, give it back to the Jaguars. And you can't make those mental mistakes either.
You really cannot.
And I was worried when French got a hold of the rock because she's made a couple of three-point shots today, and then that travel call turns it over, give it back. Now signs of life for the Jaguars. Up the lane by Council. Council now going to Watkins. Former Clayton Comet, Alexa Watkins.
Nice mid-range jumper there.
Game is only at 1 point for the Flying Eagles. They're under attack. Haley Whited is brought in. Whited is a 5'11 sophomore, but she's a big player. Shot by French off the brim. No good. Here comes Kyasia Robinson on the rebound. And an opportunity for the first time for the Jaguars to go to the lead. Second lead change, and a still in a takeaway there by Atlee Dean. Dean driving up the lane. Basket, no good. Oh, it is good, actually. Cut the lead back to 3. And it's also now under a minute remaining here. 15-12. So do you drive, try to score points, or do you slow down the tempo, Quay, and get that one shot before the end of the period?
See, I think with the Jaguars, them slowing it down a little, kind of setting up, taking their time, I think that would help them here.
Final 30 seconds. Here comes Washington. She got it back, but they're going to say it's a foul. They're going to turn it over. And it'll be a foul on Washington. Foul on the Jaguars, number 2, Kyasia Washington. Flying Eagle basketball. 27.8 seconds left. $20 seconds. 3-point lead. Haley Whited. 15-12, and the ball goes out of play there. Quay, a lot of comebacks on the offense by the Jaguars. Definitely definitely what a turnaround they made here in the last 2 minutes.
Oh, most certainly. Most certainly. It seems like they're getting into a rhythm.
And that rhythm is pumping them up as here comes now around the circle. 15-12 down by 3. Almost turned over the ball. They're going to call a foul. And it's going to be the second foul in a row on Washington. Foul on the Jaguars, number 2. Kaija Washington, her second foul. Flying Eagles basketball. 15-12, 3-point lead. 11.3 seconds left to go. Boy, Hooker all over Scott, trying to stop her. 7 seconds. Ball goes out of play. They call it. And the third time in a row, it'll stay for the Flying Eagles, Quay. Man. Just some luck right there. Just being in the right place at the right time, holding on and keeping it. Set it up. Wided. Under the basket. 4 seconds. Slapped away there by Watkins.
Great defense by Watkins there.
It'll still remain for the 4th time. The Flying Eagles basketball, but great defensive coverage there as now number 10 of Belcher will come out. Wilson will come in. 3.6 seconds. They're looking for a shot on the key on the 3, and then over the backboard. That's the first period. No basket. It's the end of 1, 15-12. So that's the end of the first period. 3-point lead for the Flying Eagles as we go in to period number 2. This is Johnston Jaguars Lady Basketball this Sunday afternoon on CRN Sports and on the Community Radio Network. We're back after radio timeout.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen music taste.
For dinners where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back inside the Schrack Center. Quay Smith, Wesley Outlet here with you, 15-12. It is a 3-point lead. We get ready now for period number 2. Quay, what you taking the first?
I'm going to take it the first. The Jaguars started off a little slow, but they found their rhythm on offense, and they started getting out there and shutting down that 3 ball.
Ready to go for the second period of action. First half will wrap up when this end of 2 is done. Well, for a second there, French under attack, thought better of it. Now works around the right of the wing. Driving in. Oh, bounced off the chest of one of the Eagles. And here comes Council to capitalize with the assist by Robinson. In the game now, only 1 point. Wow, that was just great coverage all around there, I believe, Quay.
Oh, yeah, and they capitalized.
Right place, right time, pounced like a coiled cobra and made it work. It's a 1-point lead, but then here response back by 2 for the Flying Eagles, and they go back up by 3. What's the old cliche? 3 steps forward, 1 step, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back?
Yeah.
We're seeing this happen again. Now it's a lead change. 3 points. Driving. Robinson, short. She's fouled. They're going to call it on Kelly. So they're going to call the foul on Kelly. 17-14 on the score.
We have a foul here on Council.
Another one. And this will, you don't want to get in foul trouble early, especially in the first half, Quay, for sure. Only down by 3. Still in this game. A lot of basketball left to play. Under pressure, driving up is going to be Campbell. Campbell now sets in, goes inside, goes to French. Under the basket, under the paint, looking for Campbell. Couldn't get to the cylinder. They'll reset, come back around, move inside the free throw line to the right of the key. Inside, driving, stopping, stalling, Wilson. Wilson now goes back to French. French throws one up. It's to the left of the cylinder on the shot clock at 1. And they'll still hold on to it, though. Going to get another 20 seconds out of the deal. Now the shot clock down to 10 seconds. They better go. And they throw it away and give the ball back to the Jaguars.
Looks like a little miscommunication there by the Flying Eagles.
A little zig and a zag. And somebody got a little impatient there. 17-14. It's a 3-point lead. 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. Quay Smith, I'm Wesley Outland, driving up the lane, short on the cylinder. It bounces off. And it is on the backboard and a foul. Foul on the Flying Eagles, number 20, Lexi Campbell. To the line for the Jaguars, number 22, Jakaya Kelly, 2-shot foul. Jakaya Kelly from Knightdale.
This is the first one.
A former Knightdale Knight. And looks like the coach for the Southwest Virginia. Coach for the Southwest Virginia Flying Eagles will take a timeout. We'll take one with them as well. 8 minutes remaining. Second period action, first half. And the Flying Eagles are up by 3. Back to the free throw line for the Jaguars when we return.
For help with food, healthcare, and other resources, call or visit 211.org.
211, how can I help you?
211, get connected, get help. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.
Back to the free throw line.
Second free throw was no
And the
good.
second, I was going to say that. And they're going to still get possession, though, for the Jaguars. Hooker will now go to Robinson. Robinson! Off the backboard. It goes out of play. They're going to call it on last touch Jaguars. It will go to the Flying Eagles. Blue on gold for the Flying Eagles on the court. Gray on blue for the colors, along with black for the home squad of the Jaguars. Good Sunday afternoon to you. NJCAA college basketball here inside Track Center in the heart of Johnston County in Smithfield.
Wilson.
And we're in a stretch as another 2 goes in. Cut the lead now at 5. The lead at 5 now for the Southwest Virginia Flying Eagles. We're in a stretch, Quay, where we had a game here on Friday night, a game yesterday. By the way, a game yesterday, big game yesterday. They won by 1 against Lewisburg. Back on the road in mid-January, they won by 11 here in the Track Center against the men Jaguars yesterday. Bruce Barrett was on the call of that. That was on the radio call. The Lady Jaguars played against Denmark Panthers on Friday, hung in there with them and lost by 4. Brendan was actually here for that game on Friday. Lost by 4 down the stretch, and there's a foul. It's going to be called on number 22, Jakaya Kelly, and foul is on 22 of Destiny Jarnigan. They'll turn the ball over. It's an offensive foul charge, and they're going to give the ball back to the Jaguars, Quay Smith. .45 remaining. Close game, short points as well, I believe, too.
Oh, yeah. I just think that the Jaguars, they just need just a couple shots here and there, and it'll make it happen.
And another turnover, driving up the lane. French is there. Hooker on the block, and they throw it off, and it's no good. They're going to turn it over, keep it right back, though, for the Flying Eagles. What great pressure defense the Jaguars showed. Great restraint, no foul, no harm, but they do let the ball go out of play, and it's last touch by a Jaguar. Hooker all over French, inside, driving up the lane, open in 20. That was French to Wilson. The lead now at 7. We're seeing these spurts, efforts of offense going back and forth, Quay, and it looks like right now the pendulum of offense advantage is now going back to the Flying Eagles as here they come breaking through on a rebound. Lexi Campbell, 2 to beat for the Jaguars, in and 2. Lead now at 9, biggest lead now of the game so far, and Coach Alonzo Lunsford, 2-year veteran of the Jaguars, says, I've got to take a timeout. We've got to regroup. We got to get them back together. And I knew that was going to happen here.
Oh, yeah. We have to slow down that momentum there.
9-point lead for the Flying Eagles, 23-14. We're back with more after radio timeout on the Community Radio Network. This is Jaguar basketball.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Back inside the Track Center. Fam also enjoying the day, walking around the balcony racetrack, getting weights and warm-ups in the gym. Our videographer, Brendan, was talking about, how do I get a membership? I want to work out. I want to lift weights. Yeah. Here we go. Hooker. Hooker going in there. Shot on the number 0. That's going to be Zania Thaggart. First time we mentioned her name in the game out there, Clay.
Oh.
Zania Thaggart, first time in the game. Zania Thaggart is from 5'7", Smithfield, just across, 100 feet away? 200 feet away?
100 feet away.
Triple S, she's a Spartan. And here we go, Thaggart all over cover John French. So new players for the Jaguars. Shot on the 3, no good. That was the attempt by number 32 of Tamaya Robertson. And basket did not go in. 9-point lead, biggest lead of the game so far for the Lady Southwest Virginia Flying Eagles. And they're soaring here in the Tar Heel State of JoCo right now. 23-14, another missed shot. 2 or 3 times that's happened now, Quay, and Southwest is taking advantage of this weakness on the Jaguars offense.
Yeah, the Jaguars have to start taking better shots.
Halfway through in the second period, we're in the first half action. Shot going up, and the cylinder solid. Leah French, 5'7", freshman guard from Damascus, Virginia. And it goes in, increases the lead now to 12. 26-14. Hooker driving in for 2.
Wow, nice shot there.
Number 5, Tamara Hooker, 5'6", from Fayetteville, graduated from Trinity Christian. And now cut the lead to 10. And the thing is this, Quay, the Jaguars, though down by double digits, they're not in that bad of a shape. There's still a lot of basketball left to play. But the thing is this, though. You can't put yourself... Oh, Hooker got touched on the right knee. And in doing so, it goes out of bounds, and it gives the ball right back to the Flying Eagles. She was ready to cover that defensively, and just that's not a mistake on her part.
Nah, not a mistake. It was great hustle on her part, actually.
Down by 10. But what I was reiterating on, Quay, is that there's still a lot of basketball left to play, and they're not down by much. 10 might seem like a lot, but it's not. Here you go. And we watched the Jaguars come back, men and women, and rally before. Number 11 on the rebound, Watkins. Watkins now to Hooker. Box by 2. Turnover. Well, French. Well, you can't do that, though.
Yeah, you can't have those turnovers. They don't help.
Ball deflected into the crowd. And that will give the ball back to the Jaguars. It'll be Jaguar basketball. Well, I'll tell you what, for the most part, very low foul game. Time has flew by really quickly. You know, we tipped off at 1:05 p.m. Eastern time. It's only 1:40, and we're about to come up on halftime. Jaguars down by 10. There goes Hooker. Hooker going around. There goes Council. Council to Robinson. Robinson back to Council again. She plays one-on-one there on French. Oh, it goes in and out off the cylinder, and there goes into place. Hot potato popcorn with the basket. Couldn't get it in on Council. They'll reset. They'll go again. Topham. French. Three. There. Does the same thing on her part. Whited up the basket. 44 up the lane. 3-4. Car crash. Even bodies under the bank. And here comes the Jaguars breaking through with it. Washington, 1 to beat, basket in 2. She puts it in. Never let up, never unwaver. And Washington, a former graduate from Clayton, also a Comet, puts it in on 2, Quay Smith. And that was an impressive drive there by Robinson. And just like that, you're only down by 8, Quay.
Yeah, a couple more stops. You never know where we can be.
Foul called on number 22 for the Flying Eagles. Correction for the Jaguars. Jakiah Kelly. Number 14 will inbound it of Taylor Wilson. Under the basket, Whited, short, throws it away. Then it'll go back to the, wow. From up here, it looked like it would be Jaguars basketball, Quay.
Yes, it does.
I do not understand how they're saying that this ball goes to the Flying Eagles. It is what it is. Wilson. French, oh, wow, kickball almost there, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to turn it over this time and give it to the Jaguars. It will go to the Jaguars this time. They called a foul, I believe, on Haley Whited. We thought we saw kickball there for a second, didn't we?
Yep.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball, especially if somebody kicks it at you. 2:40 remaining in the first half. Jaguars down, but trying to trail to make a comeback offensively. 26-18. One time longest down by 12. Council almost threw it away there. Got it saved there by Daviana Campbell. They're going to call a foul.
So Robertson.
Foul on number 32 of Robertson. Foul on the Eagles, number 32, Robertson. State Jaguar basketball. And that'll turn it over and give it back to now the Jaguars. Turn it over. Back to the Flying Eagles is what I meant. Down by 8. At one time, biggest lead for the Flying Eagles of Southwest Virginia was 12. Still a lot of basketball left to play, about 22 minutes remaining, overtime if necessary. And if you're the coach for the Flying Eagles for these ladies right now, I would probably say slow down the tempo. But they're just going, and that goes on a 3-shot, no good. And they're going to turn it over, give it back to the Jaguars.
I agree with you there, Wesley. Slow it down, put the ball in the hands of your shooters.
Well, you run the clock down. And you take the offense away and the time away as well. And here we go again. Jump ball's called. Jump ball possession arrow. This time is going to go to the Jaguars. Down by 8. Still a lot of basketball left to play. They're going to have a powwow, the referees are. By the way, the crew chief tonight is Gene Wagnall. Constance Thomas and Charles Gwynn are the referees. And there is a conversation now for the refs at the checking the book. Yeah. Maybe they're checking the foul count, maybe, I think is a. And it's a non-shooting foul. So here we go. Resetting it back almost to the midcourt. Robinson shot up. Council, we needed that one on the 3 and short by Anna. Anna Council short of the 3. They're still down by 8. Here we go in the reset of the tempo under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. in the Strack Center. Shot for three. Oh, look at that. Right in front of Robinson. Destiny Jernigan in a three. You called it there, Quay. And honestly, it looked so smooth when she threw it up. Rebound. Wilson. Flying Eagles coming back up right open there for the basket in two. Short, though, no good. Battle of the ones. Haley Scott and Robinson for the Jaguars. Ball out of play. It'll go back to the Jaguars.
This is the wide open layup. She heard footsteps.
Open the door, man. That would have just been an easy layup, as you said. 1:09 remaining here. It'll be, well, I said it was Jaguar ball. They're going to give it back down to the Flying Eagles. Closing in on 1 minute remaining. Another shot of the three in the cylinder. No good off the rim. Give it turnover back. Give it back now to the Jaguars. They're rallying. Kelly up the lane. She's there. She gets her own rebound back. She's not got it again. Third time Washington throws one up on its fader. No good. Third time. Fourth time. No good. And here comes the Flying Eagles. They'll get it back on their Jarnigan on the rebound. 3 times. No good. Slow down the tempo, and you see that now as here comes the Flying Eagles working their way up to press. And a steal, throwing her hand in there was Council. Council from Robinson. Robinson deflected it. Council on the interception to Washington. Washington on the three. Short. Getting the rebound back. Robinson, yes. And here comes Council. Ayanna Council to the basket. She's short, and she's not fouled. And we've got under 20 seconds, 15 seconds to go. Just trying to not prevent one last shot by the Flying Eagles. And here comes Robinson trying to deflect it. Another takeaway. Couldn't get there. Clock at 5 seconds. Shot clock off. Basket 2 before the horn. Number 32 of Robertson. And it is good. And that is the half with the score. Southwest Virginia Flying Eagles 31 and the Johnston Jaguars 18. Back in 15 minutes for the second half. So, all right. We're going to assess things here and just kind of see where we're at right now, because this has actually been a fairly interesting game. Good afternoon to you. I'm Wesley Outland, Quay Smith alongside. Quay, pretty good game so far. 31-18. And as I said this, a lot of basketball left to play. They're still not out of it just yet.
Not yet. They just have to slow it down a little bit, get some great shots up, and I think we'll be okay.
It is, again, a great battle from offense and defense. We've seen good pressure drives by not just the Southwest Virginia Flying Eagles, but the Jaguars have had their spurts of some good offensive drives. But it's just not – it's like what Will Chalk said here about a couple of weeks ago in the Strack Center. We're waiting to see somebody make that big offensive push. Nobody's done that yet. Who will step out and make that happen? Because we've seen both teams show signs of, that they can get it done if need be.
Correct. I think the Flying Eagles, they've been taking their time. They have two great shooters in Jarnigan and French, and so they're making sure that they get the ball. But I think that at this moment, the Jaguars have to kind of do that themselves to see who wants it and just start putting up better shots, I guess, also.
A lot of good players. Obviously, we mentioned French. We mentioned Jarnigan. Scott under the paint for the Flying Eagles, not afraid to drive up the lane. And for the Jaguars, obviously, we've seen some good things, not only out of Ayanna Council, but Hooker's threw a couple of good shots. Yep. Washington, I believe if they could get her some better coverage, I think she could be one to throw up some three-point land opportunities. But there's still a lot of basketball left to play.
A lot of basketball left.
A lot of basketball. 31-18 at the half. We're going to take an extended commercial break to thank all of our sponsors, and we will come back with more coverage from the Strack Center. As right now, Jaguars basketball. It is 31-18. We will take an extended timeout. We'll come back with more from the Strack Center in just a moment.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
for help with food, healthcare, and other resources. Call or visit 211.org.
211, how can I help you?
211. Get connected. Get help. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone. Done. By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
You went car shopping, you meant business. You aced vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear. Because for years, he's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
but there's a lot more to say. Like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hello?
Man, where are you? I thought you were coming.
I can't. I'm in bed with the flu.
The flu? Whoa. Grandma's about to crowd surf. Man, I'll call you back.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is safe, effective, and you can get it at the same time as your COVID-19 vaccine. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
These are the sounds of a dinner. A dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
but I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And we're back here at halftime, 31-18. Got about another 8 minutes left to go here before the start of the second half. Quake Smith, Wesley Atla alongside. Brendan Reeves is our videographer right now. We're at a still shot because there really is nothing going on. Jaguars are warming back up. Man, your take of things so far, Quade. Again, as I said, my friend, there's still a lot of basketball left to play.
A lot of basketball left. I just think the Jaguars just need to find a rhythm. They find a good rhythm, they'll be okay. They have to make smarter shots.
And I'll say this: at one time, they cut the lead to 4.
Definitely.
You know, they were right there in the cat's whisker of things, and then there's been a time where they drove up and they fell back offensively and let the Southwest Eagles score on them, and they were down by 12, and then they cut the lead down to 10, and you see what happened. I mean, right now it's 31-18 and a half. It's the biggest lead that the Flying Eagles have had going to the locker room, obviously. What is it, down by 13, I think it is. So, I mean, still a lot of basketball left to play, as we said. You get the opportunity for Hooker Washington to get over to throw some threes. Get Council, get, of course, Washington Robinson to drive up the lane. Watkins as well, because she scored some points. You're back in this thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And then also defensively, they're going to have to close out on those shooters. Jarnigan and French are pretty good shooters, and leaving them open is not going to help you cut the lead any.
Well, again, we're at halftime. It is 31-18, 13-point lead for the Southwest Virginia Flying Eagles. They're the ones soaring here inside the Schrack Center. We still got another second half of basketball to come up here. As always, don't forget to follow us at JCC Athletics, at CRN Sports, at JCC Women's Basketball, at JCC WBB, and at JCC NCNBB for the men's as well. We're at half, 13-point lead, Flying Eagles. So a lot of basketball going on for the Jaguars. They're back warming up. We're back for the second half here in a bit.
This copyrighted be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
We'll pause for 10 seconds of network identification as we're at the top of the hour. This is Johnston Jaguar Women's Basketball on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
Never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu, especially now. No one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org.